found. They're found in the detention centers, so that is a red flag right there, bloody glove, whatever you want to call it. Darian found this. See that cabinet? Keep a note of that. Samaya cabinet. $13,000 for that cabinet. What these people do, I'll tell you in a second. Samaya is a girl that actually went missing not too long ago, just months ago, and in Ohio. What they do is when they're selling these children on these sites, they hide it, and they make astronomical prices for cheap goods, and they change the names, exactly like you're seeing here. Same cabinet, different name.
For my sake, my baby's sake, and its family, we all want to know why.
All her life, the mystery of her father's murder has loomed over Kiddist Forsyth. In 1993, Bulik Forsyth was a manager in the housing department of London's Lambeth Council. 3 months before she was born, he was bludgeoned to death and his flat set on fire. Now Sky News has seen evidence that he could have been about to expose an alleged paedophile ring operating within council premises.
There are some factors that point to him knowing something that was going on at work, and he was getting ready to blow the whistle.
At the time, this Crime Watch reconstruction appealed for information. Now, this murder is one of the events Metropolitan Police officers looking into Westminster-linked abuse are re-investigating. This internal council report, obtained by Sky News, could be key. It details allegations of violent rapes conducted on council premises and the sexual abuse of children. It's here at what is still the headquarters for Lambeth Housing Department that a paedophile ring operating within the council is alleged to have carried out sexual assaults. They used the basement, the report says, where they could rape victims without fear of being interrupted. And the report cites new witness evidence suggesting Bulik Forsyth may indeed have been killed as part of a cover-up. He tried to get away from the housing department, telling colleagues he had information which put him at risk. Our investigation has unearthed some extraordinary allegations, but a senior detective told me they've always been taken seriously by the police, but this is their first chance at being properly investigated. That's something the family of Bulik Forsyth told me they welcomed.
Honestly, it's worse. I can't believe some of the stuff that's in here. I can't believe actually happened and has just gone under the radar and hasn't been investigated and looked into. Like, I was very shocked to read this.
This is the first time Kiddist has seen written in black and white what she's always suspected.
It says there that he was willing to spill the beans and he was scared that if he moved to another department that people in power could still get to him. So it seems that he was very fearful about something going on at work.
The significance of events that took place in Lambeth 2 decades ago are only now becoming clear. In a statement, the council said it was working closely with the police and is determined to do all it can to ensure perpetrators of abuse are brought to justice. Member of Parliament John Mann is a former Lambeth councillor.
There's been a huge cover-up. There are many victims. There are deaths and murders. It's about time the truth came out in terms of child abuse in Lambeth.
The police have issued a new plea for victims to come forward. And for the first time, Bulik Forsyth's family know more about the abuse he died before he could expose. But they will not give up until they know the truth.
Because not only do I want justice, but all the people that have spoken in here deserve justice too. And it's horrible to think that they've had to experience some of the things that they have.
desperate straits right now because there is a guy who has gone off the rails, who has scared her so badly that she is moving out of her house, moving to an undisclosed place that obviously we're not going to say, but it's almost like witness protection. She is going to have armed guards. She is scared to death of this guy.
Yeah, she's been getting some very bizarre texts from him, and not to mention, as we told you yesterday, this is the same guy who about a month ago allegedly choked her during a party.
His name is KAPPY. He was a friend of hers and a friend of other celebrities in town. They used to go to game night, have game night at various homes, and then went off the rails and started accusing Seth Green of being a pedophile. Not true, but accusing all sorts of people. Steven Spielberg, just really going nuts.
Accusing all sorts of people. Steven Spielberg, just really going nuts.
Is Oprah a pedophile? Well, let's see. Hanks, Weinstein, I mean, the company she keeps, as rich as she is.
Is Oprah a pedophile? Well, let's see. Hanks, Weinstein, I mean, the company she keeps, as rich as she is.
Have the time that it was called. Identify on-call CI 901 time is going to be 7:44. Yes, sir. Detective's on his way. Adam, can I get a Colorado 28? It's gonna be David Tom Zebra 110. Adam 100. I don't need readbacks, but can I get Arizona 28 times 2, please? First gonna be Charles Frank Charles 2073. Next is gonna be Charles Lincoln 3263. Good, sir. Sorry, sir, you broke out. Could you 10-9? I believe so. I passed 2 individuals with stripes as I was walking up here, sir. I'm not sure, sir. I'll go ask them right now. They're all just diverting traffic, so I believe they are going to. But I'll verify. Monday. Days in. Passport. Isaac KAPPY out of New Mexico. 10-4. Snap a picture of that. Room number 234. If that's days in number 486. Oh, that's the Wi-Fi. 107? Oh. Tim Ford, can we get a New Mexico 2729 by all in, please? I'll be back. Yeah, she just said, do you have traffic? And then now she's gone again. 234, sir, is the room number, yes. Need a read back. No read back, please. Yes, sir. Truck repair, yeah. So I wonder if he's a truck driver. car was pretty full. Had laundry and all that stuff in the back. Laundry.
Alright, going live here. For Dr. Luna.
30, 29, 28. I've been job. Oh, you are? Yeah. I've been in job for 4 months. So just 1 day. How about you? Transfer to HP. Key to a Hyundai.
Okay, we'll keep those.
And I wanted to be able to be in control so I could manage what was going to happen in their lives. And so often what happens when you release it, it comes back to you. So that's what's happened. Magnificent that in the very beginning I could just tell, okay. It is that indefinable. Just everything comes together at a point where you understand that your life is bigger than you ever imagined. You know, I never had children. Never even thought I would have children. And now I have $152. Expecting 75 more next year.
We arrested a former employee who was working at Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls. She was arrested yesterday for several charges, including assault, indecent assault, as well as soliciting girls under the age to commit indecent assault. And she's now at the Vereeniging police cells.
Matole Macheka for that. Thank you.
I think the school has been open because they handed us a report of what was happening there, and they asked us to investigate what was happening there. And on our investigation, we arrested a woman who is a former employee. I think they have been open to make sure that all the criminal acts that have been taken place in the school are being investigated.
Well, we appreciate that you're so responsive.
All the way from America to help us. The matron who was working at the Oprah Winfrey School, who was found not guilty on all the sexual assault charges that she was facing, because the magistrate was of the view that the state had failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt that she was indeed guilty. We have no intentions of appealing that judgment because we also believe that there are no reasonable prospects of success if we appeal. So the High Court would not have arrived at a different conclusion than the one that the magistrate arrived at. So justice, even if an accused person is acquitted, if that. It's unfortunate that this had to happen because what Oprah Winfrey has done for those children in that school, it's really encouraging, it's outstanding, it's really appreciated by the entire South Africans. But unfortunately, the justice system in every country is not about what you know, it's about what you can prove in a court of law.
As much as you have to say is
any opportunity, is there any chance for Harvey Weinstein to come back?
No. No, I think we're at a watershed moment. This is a sea change. I think his last name will become a noun and a verb. It'll become an identifying moniker for a state of being for which there is a before and an after. We got to hear from everybody so that we understand how vast and how all-encompassing this was. That's A. B is, it's all got to change. Look, since when has this brand of common decency and professionalism been put on hold just because of sexual dynamics in the workplace? It's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. I think talking about it is the tip of the iceberg. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that's been the case.
Women worldwide have come forward to accuse producer Harvey Weinstein of sexual misconduct. Actress, director Asia Argento and 2 Italian models say they were sexually assaulted by Weinstein. British actress Lisette Anthony told police last week that Weinstein attacked her in her London home in the 80s. Courtney Love has also spoken out. A video of the rock star in 2005 came out showing the star warning young women in Hollywood about the movie Titan.
Harvey Weinstein likes to do a private party in the Four Seasons downtown.
Love tweeted Saturday saying, although I wasn't one of the victims, or one of his victims, I should say, I was eternally banned by CAA for speaking out against Harvey Weinstein. The Producers Guild will also meet later today to decide whether or not to expel Weinstein's membership.
French President Emmanuel Macron says he started the process of revoking Harvey Weinstein's Legion of Honor award because of all the accusations that he's facing now. Weinstein received the award in 2012 after the French film The Artist won several Oscars. It was produced by Weinstein's company. And this tweet from actress Alyssa Milano is trending. She's encouraging women who have ever been sexually harassed or assaulted by anyone, anywhere, to hashtag #MeToo so people can see the magnitude of the problem.
The Harvey Weinstein story broke. There's been a new focus on sexual harassment in the workplace. This weekend, we learned that Fox News reportedly re-signed its then top-rated host, Bill O'Reilly, after he allegedly paid $32 million to settle harassment allegations. In finance, several employees were reportedly forced out at Fidelity Investments, the mutual fund giant. And then 2 more developments today. The California State Senate announced that it is hiring firms to investigate reports of a pervasive culture of harassment there. And then back in New York, the state attorney general launched a civil rights probe into the Weinstein Company. As it happens, this weekend, Jeffrey Brown recorded an interview with actor Tom Hanks about a new project, his first book, a collection of short stories. We're going to be airing that interview in the coming days. But in the course of that conversation, they talked about the fallout from the Weinstein scandal, and Jeff asked whether Weinstein's behavior was an open secret in Hollywood.
I think there was knowledge amongst a certain group of people, mostly who did business with Harvey Weinstein. There are countless women who understood that that's what happened, and there were many people who said, well, that's just Harvey being Harvey.
How serious is it? Is it about one person, one man, or is it a culture?
You and I, and even the likes of the people on the Turner Classic movies, understand that the idea of the casting couch that existed in Hollywood is the part of both myth and concrete reality. Any place there's a boss with underlings in any corporation or any industry, you have a type of sexual politics that goes on that can slide in between appropriate ethics and decorum to inappropriate behavior to the point of harassment and sexual predatory behavior.
Well, I mean, I think people understand that, but the larger question is there a culture of complicity in Hollywood where women are afraid to speak up because they'll be blacklisted, men are afraid to speak up out of the same fear, or they just think, well, this is the way the system works?
I think there are people that say, hey, this is how it works, pure and simple, and this is why I got into it, and this is why I have power. This is how it works, and you have to understand that. That does not carry the day. Complicity. People who know, well, look, this is how we do business, and that's what it's got to be done. I'm sorry it's like that. So beware. That's also present, without a doubt, but it does not carry the day. There's also people that were afraid to speak out, who were victims, that did not go forward, that signed, negotiated settlement deals of which a non-disclosure agreement was part and parcel to it. That also does not carry the day. So the dam has burst here in a big way. And it is not just the halls of places like Harvey Weinstein's office where this was standard operating procedure, and it is criminal, and it is cause for termination. It's also happening in every other corner of not just my industry, but yours and throughout all of America.
Do you think this is a kind of tipping point?
Well, I think it absolutely is, in which everybody is asking women, what do I put up with, and when do I talk about? And men saying, I think we have to live by a code of ethics that we need to think and put down on paper. Don't be surprised if, there's going to be a sign in front of every one of the studio gates that will say all people entering this studio will obey this code of ethics, or they will be escorted from the premises.
Dwayne Johnson named in $3 billion kidnapping lawsuit, facing charges. Actor Dwayne Johnson is being sued in a massive $3 billion lawsuit, and the case just made progress in the courts. Trinisha Biggers, also known as Raka Khan, is a former TNA and WWE star that is seeking $3 billion in a lawsuit that names multiple wrestlers, including The Rock, sports stars, businesses, and even the FBI. Her complaint, most of which is made up of those being sued, alleges that those named worked together in a conspiracy to kidnap her and her children. Some others named in the lawsuit are the state of Texas, the El Paso Child Protective Services, New Mexico Police Department, the NYPD, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and the list goes on. While the lawsuit involving Dwayne Johnson sat stale for months, court records show that Biggers paid the court fees in full, allowing the case to move forward. At the time of publication, none of the defendants listed in the complaint have been served.
There we go.
Isaac KAPPY out of New Mexico.
Okay, I'm gonna have you read me the OLN. 26, New Mexico, 2729 by OLN. Fucking radio's dead.
234. Number 234. If that's days in number 486. Oh, that's what. 107.
Hold on.
Get a New Mexico 2729 by OLN.
Yeah, I need 2 Adam, please. I'm trying to get her to answer.
She just said we have traffic, and then now she's going again.
Yeah, let me just do it by phone when she picks up.
It's 234. 234, sir, is the number is.
Tell her 26 is on hold for her. Hey, Pat, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to the hotel, or you want us to? Or?
No, I'll go.
Okay, I'll go over there with you. Well, it looks like he's been in Belmont long enough to go to Belmont Truck Repair.
Yep. Yes, he has a truck repair card?
From Belmont Truck Repair, yeah. Business card.
So,
I'll meet you over there. Don't step in the mess.
yeah, if you want to open it, or Tiffany will go first. That's all right.
Sheriff's office. Announce yourself. Sheriff's office. Announce yourself now, please. Bathroom. Clear. I don't see any personal.
Heard about the shocking sex abuse lawsuit being leveled at WWE boss Vince McMahon by a former employee. The scandal couldn't come at a worse time as the WWE signed a massive $5 billion deal with Netflix. So much is on the line. Everyone at the WWE has reportedly been told to not say a word.
Former WWE employee Janelle Grant accuses McMahon of sexual assault and trafficking. Just this week, McMahon, along with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange to celebrate The Rock joining the board of WWE's new parent company, TKO. Look, 78-year-old McMahon is almost unrecognizable with dyed black hair and a mustache, a far cry from his heyday. In the lawsuit, Janelle Grant accuses McMahon of sharing sexually explicit photographs and videos of her with the wrestlers and recruiting men to have a threesome at the WWE headquarters, even during working hours, while referring to her as his porn star. To show his domination over her life, the lawsuit claims McMahon texted her, "I'm the only one who owns you and controls who I want to blank you." Last year, McMahon spoke about his legacy.
Let me just say I've made mistakes, obviously, both personally and professionally through my 50-year career. I've owned up to every single one of them and then moved on.
Now, many are wondering if the sordid accusations could threaten the 10-year, $5 billion deal Netflix just signed for WWE's live streaming rights.
Is Netflix going to dump this deal? I don't think so. But could they? Well, this is Hollywood and anything can happen, but I would not say that anyone's getting out of the ring yet.
A spokesperson for Vince McMahon says the lawsuit is riddled with falsehoods, baseless fabrications of events that never transpired, and a malicious distortion of the truth.
The parent company of WWE says they take the accusers' quote horrific allegations very seriously and are addressing the matter.
The LA County Sheriff and other law enforcement leaders just revealing details of an operation carried out last week. It was a statewide coordinated crackdown on human traffickers. The specific one-week operation resulting in more than 500 arrests. A press conference at the Hall of Justice wrapping up just now. It's about Operation Reclaim and Rebuild. Dozens of teams were involved, including the LA Regional Human Trafficking Task Force. They gave LA area examples of busts, like a 52-year-old man, for instance, who thought he was soliciting sex and meeting up with a 16 16-year-old boy. Along with cracking down on suspected criminals, authorities say the aim includes connecting human trafficking victims with service providers and helping them to rebuild their lives. Officials hoping to send this message to criminals.
We have a message to the traffickers. Don't do business in Los Angeles County or the state of California. We will find you and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. To the Johns, purchasing commercial sex is illegal and adds to exploitation of those involved. And to the victims, you're the focus of this endeavor. We're here for you.
According to officials, the most recent one-week operation resulted in more than 250 arrests of Johns, 27 pimps, and close to 200 sex workers. There were also 87 rescues. But since the LA Regional Task Force was created back in fall of 2015, they indicated they've made those some 2,000 arrests that you referenced, Glenn and Lou. Now, as for this one-week operation, local law enforcement leaders emphasized to me they are conducting operations like this 24/7, but they
WayFair, 176,000 people talking about it. What are they talking about? They're talking about this. Before we go there, here's a history for WayFair from last year. They had an issue where employees planned Wednesday walkout after learning they are making beds for migrant detention centers. We know where most of the kids who get trafficked are found. They're found in the detention centers, so that is a red flag right there, bloody glove, whatever you want to call it. Darian found this. See that cabinet? Keep a note of that. Samaya cabinet. $13,000 for that cabinet. What these people do, I'll tell you in a second. Samaya is a girl that actually went missing not too long ago, just months ago. And in Ohio, what they do is when they're selling these children on these sites, they hide it and they make astronomical prices for cheap goods, and they change the names exactly like you're seeing here. Same cabinet, different name, different price. How's that possible? Yuritsa's storage cabinet. Yuritsa is also someone, as she dug, 16-year-old girl who went missing on June 10th, 2020. This could be coincidence, but seems a little odd. Annabelle Wilson went missing May 13th, 2020. She's 14 years old. And we have a cabinet here called Annabelle 5, $10,899 for what appears to be a shitty cabinet. Same cabinet as the first two. Kyla, different name, different price. And when we dig here, Kyla went missing January 25th, 2020 in Ohio, which was the same as the first one. Now we will go to Explore. We did that. We'll go to WayFair. We got about a minute left. So if we go to WayFair here, you can see them on WayFair's website. I've been squatting on this page for 2.5 hours trying to catch the price changes, and I just caught it. So I'm not refreshing or doing anything with this. First pillow. Forget cabinet, it's a fucking pillow for $10,000. Really? And guess who it's by? Ellen DeGeneres, none other. So we go here. Ellen's price is still the same. She's holding strong at $10,000. This is probably still a kid. Now we go to the other ones, though. We're going to watch these prices drop right before our eyes. $10,000. Twitter went nuts. They started trending. Now the pillow's $47. This is what Adons do. And if you go to the next one here, $10,000. Now this one's $46.99. Go to the next one here, the Gianna pillow. This one's $10,000. Price dropped to $46.99. This is basically all dropping.
Interesting, the comments from the Anons in the threads are better than the threads that I'm putting out and that everyone else is putting out. Live in the comments sections. There's so many sharp people in there that just don't have a big following that are identifying stuff. This is one thing that I looked at that I thought was weird. Someone posted that the book names were weird. Little Princess, Kindergarten, and this thing looked odd to me. Artificial Intelligence Future. I mean, that AI stuff, we know that's going to be the end of the world. And this word future here looks like it's photoshopped on. Right, which would mean that they photoshopped artificial intelligence and kindergarten and Little Princess and everything else. So that's what got me started looking back into the WayFair stuff, and there's a ton of stuff on here, guys, if you want. Stuff is as crazy as baby dinosaur pictures, mediocre drawings for $30,000 on WayFair. Are you kidding me? Is this a Picasso? It makes no sense to why that would be $30,000. And I mentioned it in the last video. What they do is they hide this stuff in plain sight. They make it a price that no regular person would ever buy it. And then the pedos and the people looking for babies and children, the sex traffickers, know which sites to go to. It's kind of like what they used to do with Craigslist. How they would, the pedophiles and everyone would hide on Craigslist. I'm a little bit buzzed right now, bear with me. So this is what they do. They overprice the shit out of things so that no one buys them except the people who know what the hell it is, and there's usually like one in stock, right? Baby album, $11,000. I mean, it would only make sense if it came with a baby, right? The dinosaur thing here, each kid seems to be about $10,000 each. That seems to be the going rate, so I guess these creeps and freaks are trying to unload every child and person that they have, and it's buy three, get one sick, dude. This is real shit that's going on right now. This is not a joke. This is not a game, okay? And the only people covering this are us on the internet, the conspiracy theorists, the people that you guys seem to talk shit about. Meanwhile, this is what we do all day, studying this stuff, and we're cracking codes that the TV will not report to you. So here's a bookcase from Wayfair that I found. So I can't imagine anyone else has seen this because I'm like autistic with this stuff tonight. Wayfair.com, here's a bookcase. Notice that book, that picture frame right there. Haitian Friends. Very interesting, okay? We know Haiti is the sex trafficking capital of the world. We know that they have an extreme human trafficking problem. It's located right next to Epstein Island. Anyone who knows anything about Haiti, it'll take you a 2-second Google search to figure that out. If you go here, there's another book, That Justice Shall Be Done, Rural Children, blah, blah, blah. This isn't the bookcase I want to focus on. I want to focus on this one. This one has two of my things I'm digging heaviest into. Eiffel Tower, these books at the bottom, haven't got into that. But we have the Haitian Friends picture here, and we have this book, which appears on multiple bookshelves on Wayfair. It's called Bloody Harvest. You could put anything you want on these bookshelves, right? Like, I assume most of this is somewhat photoshopped or staged. So why would you put a book called Bloody Harvest? Why would you write Haitian Friends? You could put, like, a picture of a puppy with, like, a heart under it, or, like, Jack and Jill, happy anniversary, but you decided to put Haitian Friends and Bloody Harvest when you could have put Think and Grow Rich or, a cute kids book or something like that. This is really strange, okay, that they chose those two things. Now, what I'm going to bring you to here, this is an app site that I use. It's called Photo Forensics. This is giving away a little bit of my tricks here, but I'm doing it on purpose because I want you guys to be as good at researching as everyone else. All have the same tools. We're all on the same team here. This isn't about being cooler first. This is about unearthing this stuff. So Photo Forensics, what it does is it takes a photo and it basically enhances. You can see the difference in pixelation here when something is photoshopped on, all right? You'll notice it with almost every Trump Epstein thing that you'll see out on the internet. But we see here Kim Jong-un is a normal picture, right? And then you see this. So what that tells us is Kim Jong-un wasn't holding a disc. He was holding something else. I'm sure you Anons online have better tools and stuff. If you do, please link them in the comments so that I can start using them. So you guys get it, right? The disc was fake in this picture. Go to another example. Weed Jesus here that circulated the internet for a while. You could tell here that Jesus is fake. You see that? Obviously, Jesus doesn't appear on weed. All the drugs I've ever done in my entire life, I've never had Jesus appear on the drug, maybe in my visions, but not on the drug. So that is photoshopped. You guys get the point? Good. Okay, now we go to Photo Forensics and we look at the bookcase. This is very, very strange, all right? So if we look at the picture in the middle, the Haitian Friends, notice it's all black, which means there is a real picture frame there. But notice where it is white, over Haitian and over Friends, which means this said something else. And they intentionally put Haitian Friends on Wayfair, and we know Haiti's a sex trafficking capital. You can see the books up here. Bloody Harvest was not the book that was there. They chose to write that stuff in. They chose to write in the book above it, so you guys need to research this book above it, the Justice, I can't read right now. I'm reading through the phone. It's too small. And the Eiffel Tower, all right? To justice.com or whatever the hell it is. Now the interesting thing here, I went to Amazon and I wrote in Bloody Harvest, Killing of, okay, which is clearly noted on the book here. Bloody Harvest says killing of something, and I couldn't make it out.